How's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and today we're going to be starting Saladin's Conquest, the second mini-campaign in Stronghold Crusader HD, beginning with chapter number 1, Damascus, the Balance of Power Shifts.
1174 AD, Sultan Nureddin dies, and Saladin assumes control of his Arabian Empire. Before he can recapture the region's conquered cities, Saladin must deal with problems at home. The vast majority of the cities previously under Nur al-Din's rule accept Saladin as their new leader, but a few remain dissident. Damascus is one of the main cities that has rejected Saladin's rule.
Assemble the army and march on to Damascus. Bring those rebels to order as an example to the rest, using all the resources at your disposal.
Okay, the objective here is to eliminate all enemy units. Let's get started. Now, what the main purpose of the Arabian campaign is in Stronghold Crusader is to actually introduce the player to the unique units that were introduced in Stronghold Crusader via the mercenary outpost. So in this case, we have some slingers here, and then we also have bowmen. Bowmen are basically like regular archers, but the slingers themselves are they're like a little bit short-ranged in terms of archers, but at the same time they're better than archers. They have better like penetrating damage than archers do when it comes to actually shooting units with armor on them, like swordsmen. The slingers have better penetrating damage than bowmen and archers do. In this case, we're sieging another Arabian lord, so you'll see a lot of his troops are basically Arabian as well. So we don't get a real test of like the factions versus factions, Arabian versus European factions. The big strength of the Arabian units is that they don't really require any weapons. That it's also sort of a deficit because their gold costs are significantly higher because of that. So what I'm doing here is not a big deal. I removed some of the... Wow. I got a lot of my slingers actually took damage. 110 is not bad. Okay, so what we did, we cleared out the corner tower. I'm gonna go drive the battering ram into there to sort of entice these swordsmen off the top of that gatehouse, so that way we can kill them. And the reason I'm using the battering ram for this is because it can take more damage from the Arabian bowmen in this tower. Like, why not be as efficient as possible, right? And I'm actually going to lose, I think, one Arabian bowman there. Obviously, the amount of units that this mission sets you up with, I don't really think it's possible to lose it. It's a rather interesting, a rather curious scenario in that regard. Because, I mean, I've mentioned this before, but these older strategy games especially have sort of been well known for being a little bit tougher, and yet this one seems mysteriously a little bit easy. And I've mentioned before, maybe it's just because I finished the Stronghold HD campaign. Good old pathfinding, ruining my plans right there. I guess I just had to save all those slingers so I could squander them. Yeah, so basically what happened is I told them to get up there on the gatehouse, and they decided to go both sides of the gatehouse because the gatehouse was open at that time, but as they approached the gatehouse, it actually closed, which resulted in the ones that approached it from the exterior no longer having access to the gatehouse, so they had to run all the way around again and come at it from the inside, which they should have done in the first place. But there, just had to eliminate all the enemy units. Weren't many. It was a little bit like the 5th mission in the first mini-campaign that I played. So, yeah, that was a relatively short mission, but we'll get into some more advanced stuff pretty soon. So thank you very much for watching, as always, and I hope to see you next time.